Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about my trading signals, so let's take a look at this. Remember, we're covering Tesla and Forex, a very crazy and strange Forex pair. So today is the 15th of May, and just like I told you, we will see very good days. I was originally expecting only one of these days, 14 or 15, and we actually both of them, we got both of them. So it's very good because it's a new high for Tesla for May. This is very good. It recovers very strongly and it's going up. Like I was saying in the other videos, it's still a long way from the highest position around December. We're talking about almost 30%. So it's still quite a long way, but it's still recovering. You can see it's basically going to be a very solid green month for Tesla compared to the disaster that was February and March. So you can see right now that we got all of these days basically nailed for the week. I was originally expecting this to be kind of undecided, but because we see a very strong uptrends in the days that I predicted, it's basically going to be another green week, possibly one of the best performing weeks. Now that really depends on whatever happens tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a volatile day. You can see right here the box contains a single day, which is tomorrow, and it's basically telling me it's going to be very volatile. So it will go either way because it's on yellow. It's not on green or red like the other boxes. So it really means it could go both ways, even in the sense that we could see the day start with a massive correction and then go very, very strongly upwards, or vice versa. So you'll never know, but it's basically a signal for extreme volatility. And we could get some profits on these days, but after that, basically the only thing left will be 2 more weeks until May ends officially. So the next week could open with some mixed volatility. What I mean by this is, again, very much like on the 16th, we could see days where it's going to include both green and red energies, both uptrends and downtrends on that days. And I believe it's possibly going to end up being a correction. The overall trend could go more towards the downtrend because the boxes tend to have a higher hierarchy than the circles, and because these circles are in conflict with the days that the box also has, basically that tells me that it's going to be kind of undecided, but in the end I believe the overall trend for these days will be a correction. Okay, so we can expect extreme volatile days either on the 19, 20 and possibly on the 21, but some of these days, especially 90 and 20, could be the most likely candidates to see the strong volatility. That's basically all I have for Tesla. Again, I will continue updating this as we go by, so there's no use for me to start going until for the prediction and the trading signals for the next week after that, because there's still quite a long way left. So let's go for the Forex pair. Remember guys, we're covering the Chinese yuan. This is a very strange Forex pair. I already talked about this a million times before, so I will not go into details. But you can see that I was predicting an uptrend either on the 13th or the 14th of May. And you can see this is where the day begins for the 13th of May, I believe right here. So it's a solid green day. From the position where it starts to where it ends, which is around here, I believe, somewhere around here, we're talking about 0.30%, something like that. So it's at least it's significantly more than other days, which are on average they get like only 0.10%, so very, very small. But yeah, it was a solid green day, and on the 14th goes down and then kind of recovers only to go down again. So it was kind of in range that day. You can see that compared to the starting position and the final position, there's very little difference. So we're talking about less than 0.5%, so insignificant even. So yeah, for the 15 or 16, I was expecting a correction, and so far it's looking like it could be the 15, but at the same time there could also be chances of having another correction tomorrow. Why? Because remember, guys, this forex pair is very strange. So the boxes always tell me or always signal very strong movements, and right now you can see it's 0.11%. This is not a very strong movement, but because these movements are the average on this forex pair, we could just as well count this as a potentially strong movement. Again, that only depends if tomorrow is going to be a very volatile day, which could be. It has all the signals for that. So we'll have to see if that's a correction, the very volatile correction that I was originally expecting for this range of days. But yeah, it's going to be kind of wild. And very much like Tesla, I see the potential of going on the 18 and 19 with strong corrections. And in the case of the 19, it could be a very volatile day. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that, because that will be Monday, and a red Monday is usually not good news for the markets for the entire week, unless something crazy really happens, which could be the case at least for the Chinese yuan, the performance of the dollar against the Chinese yuan. So having said that, guys, that's basically all I have for you. Remember to check out my other channels, my other financial predictions. I have more free content, so you can always take advantage of these trading signals, which are the best in the world. And I really mean it, because there's no one really that has this accuracy like I do. So like, share, and subscribe, follow me, all of that, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.